In today's NBA, the best offensive possessions occur usually when the ball gets into the paint, because when the ball gets into the paint, it creates more scoring options, one of which being open three-point attempts off kick-out passes. The word playmaking has become a common term in the NBA. I think there's still a little bit of confusion about what constitutes a good playmaker. Playmaking is about much more than making a good pass. It's about creating higher percentage shots for themselves and for their teammates. There is an argument to be made that New York Knicks guard Jalen Brunson is a top 5 playmaker in the league right now. Only a handful of players so far this season have dished out more kick-out passes to the three-point line than Brunson, according to Second Spectrum tracking data. And they include Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who's a master at getting into the paint, Giannis Antetokounmpo, and Brunson's former Mavs teammate Luka Doncic. Nearly 20% of Brunson's assists have been three-point shots off kick-out passes, according to Second Spectrum. Most of those kickouts have come when he's gotten into the paint. There are some where he stops just short of the paint. What's also interesting is that the Knicks as a team have dished out the 4th most kickout passes from the paint that led directly to a made three-pointer. Only the Utah Jazz, Boston Celtics, and Sacramento Kings have had more. And the Knicks have managed to rank high in this category despite not shooting a great percentage from beyond the arc. In general, they're shooting just 33.9% from downtown, which ranks 25th in the league. Brunson isn't the only Knicks player that excels at driving and kicking. Julius Randle is great at this too. In fact, he's probably the best power forward that does this right now. Another player at that position that I think is going to really thrive at this is Orlando's Paolo Banchero. Banchero shares some similarities to Randle, so that wouldn't be much of a surprise. Going back to Brunson, another reason he's a great playmaker is because he protects the ball and avoids costly mistakes. He's only averaging 2.1 turnovers per game this season, which for a starting point guard is extremely low. In fact, the only regular starting point guard with at least 30 games under his belt, averaging fewer turnovers than Brunson, is San Antonio's Trey Jones. In his first 2 games as a Knick combined, he had 15 assists and 0 turnovers. That's an extraordinary accomplishment. Only 6'1" and not super fast, Brunson relies on craftiness to produce offensively. It's quite amazing that he's averaging the same number of made field goals on drives as Donovan Mitchell, who's one of the faster, more electric guards in the league. Brunson is a master of the floater. He's tied with Trae Young for the most floaters taken, and he's shooting just over 46% on them, which is a little above league average. Something interesting about floaters, Ja Morant, who's taken the 3rd most floaters, is only shooting 39% on them this season, which I thought was a little bit surprising. But Brunson has always been good at this. In fact, last year, he shot 52% on floaters, which was the best mark in the NBA amongst guys who took at least 100 of them in the regular season. He's also more than willing to take the contact. He's drawn 67 fouls while in the act of shooting so far this season. Among guys under 6'2", that's the most in the league. 19 of those cases he made the shot with the foul. Where he's really struggled is in the mid-range. He's only shooting 36% from this region. His three-point shooting has been fair at 36.6%. I'm always interested to see what area outside the arc players shoot well at and where they don't. Brunson has really struggled from the right three-point corner. He's so far made just 6 of his 23 attempts. That's amongst the lowest percentage for guys who have taken at least 20 from this spot. Defensively, Brunson is physical and not afraid of playing in the mud. He's already drawn 11 charges this season, 4th most in the league. Only Kevin Love, Clint Capella, and Kenrich Williams have taken more. His lack of length is always a factor though, as opponents can easily shoot over him, and his lack of speed prevents him from running out to shooters quick enough at the perimeter. All in all, Brunson is making a case to be a first-time NBA All-Star this year. Likely either he or Julius Randle will represent the Knicks. Outside chance both make it. Right now through 34 games, Brunson is averaging a career-high 20.2 points to go along with a career-high 6.6 assists and a career-best 1.1 steals to go along with 3.2 rebounds per game. So that'll wrap up this video. If you like this kind of content, please subscribe. I will continue to do more player analysis features throughout the season.